Day 2 on the floor of PDAC, I have Haji from American Tungsten, one of the superstars in the market this year, and you just announced another home run this morning. Let's talk about that.
Thank you, Tracy. Great to be here as always. We announced a bought deal led by Stifel. We announced 20 million at about 7 a.m. this morning, and we ended up upsizing to 35. So we expect that to close imminently. In fact, the book was filled and oversubscribed well before market open. So a great little treasury for us to continue to execute upon our plans to bring production online this year.
So I just want to clarify for our audience, the deal was for 20, they closed at 35. Can you tell me, and of course if you look at the stock chart, can you tell us why you have been so successful since you took over as CEO?
I think it's really just having a bit more focus and bringing on the right team. I give a lot of credit to my team. I think we've built a very strong organization of individuals that know how to execute, have pedigrees that are professionally greater than perhaps some of our peers. And as a result of that, we've just kept our head down and we've continued to execute. The market has seen our drilling results. You know, we've got 17 feet at over 3 ounce per ton silver, over 1.7% tungsten. The exploration program is going on extremely well. We've also received some really good news on our recoveries from a met testing perspective. So everything seems to be going extremely well, and the credit is vastly due to my team.
I want to get to the team, but let's talk about those recoveries first. Tell us what's been going on. I mean, because you're a past producer racing towards production here in the next year. Tell us more about the recoveries.
The recoveries are focused on the tailings. So we haven't really spent a lot of time talking about the tailings, and it ended up being one of those, cherry on top situations, if you will. We found 220,000 tons at 0.25, and the global average of grade that is in production today is at 0.2. So with 220,000 tons essentially sitting on a ROM pad for us at a grade of 0.25, that's an exciting prospect for us to bring production online earlier. And our intent, of course, is to bring those tailings online well before year end. We will be producing concentrate from those tailings before year end.
And this goes to the drilling results that you just put out? Okay, now let's go to the team, because you've also caught the eye of the US government. Would this be in part to your team and of course the project you have?
Absolutely. I think you got to look at, first of all, our operators with Liam Farrell, who built BioGraphene Solutions and Nano Explore. We've got Dave Saverin, who's built 2 underground operations in the past. We've got Austin Zinser, who is an exploration geologist that was at Perpetua. So a very sound team from a technical perspective, and from a government perspective, I think where the value came in is the result of our board. We've got Carolyn Loader, who's a US National Mining Hall of Famer. We've also got Dan Nicholas, who ran the Department of Energy's largest loan program office at $40 billion portfolio. We've got Jim Whitaker, who built Escondida, one of the largest mines in the world today. And then we've got Duncan Blount, whose forefather signed the Declaration of Independence. So we've got individuals that have truly allowed us to have inroads into government agencies, both state and federal.
Those of you going, American Tungsten, how do I get involved? It's the IMA Mine, right? Did I pronounce it correctly? Past producing underground tungsten mine situated on 22 patented claims in east central Idaho. I'm sure you're just tired of repeating to a lot of people out there, but there's a lot of people that don't know anything about American Tungsten. Is it too late for them to get in? Because they're going to look at that stock chart and go, oh my God, I think I missed it.
I don't believe so. I think, if you look at the economics around the project, given we have in excess of 2 ounce per ton silver and 0.15% moly, that equates to about $220 to $250 in credits outside of our extremely high grade tungsten at 0.63. The global average being 0.2 with our grade at 0.63, a cut and fill mining method that has minimal waste, allows you to have a highly desirable OPEX and ultimate revenue generation. So if you look at a 500 ton per day plant, which is what we're looking to build with IMA, you'd be processing about 182,500 MTUs per annum, and that equates to 1,825 tons of tungsten per annum. Some of our peers out there, if you're curious, look at EQ Resources, a fantastic company that's producing 1,600 ton per annum, on track to produce 3,000 ton per annum next year. We're hoping to produce 1,825 ton next year. So that's a good comparison for individuals to take a look at the organization and see where we might be trending towards.
Speaking of where you might be trending, you've raised a lot of capital. What do you plan on doing with all of the money?
We are going to keep our heads down now that our treasury is in a fantastic position, and we're going to execute to ensure that we are the first producer of concentrate in North America since 2015.
Okay, so what do you have to do to get there?
We've got an 18,000-foot program that's currently underway. That's our phase one. We're designing a 20,000-foot program beyond that. We also have a production drift with a paperclip structure that'll go into the side of the mountain, about 12 by 12 feet wide, to allow us to pull out the necessary resource. We have our PEA upcoming, we have our PFS, we have our updated resource statement well before then, and of course we are doing a US uplisting as well. So the US uplisting is slated for June. There's enough in the Treasury for us to move our vision to reality.
Okay, so US uplisting in June. What are you doing at PDAC?
I'm here to help tell our story. We don't have a booth this year, but it's always important to walk the floor and get a sense of the energy around the mining conferences. I think VRIC was extremely well attended, and having been here for the last 2 days, I think we're in the middle of a commodity cycle unlike any others that we've seen in recent memory. And I would say I'm very encouraged to meet some of our partners, the vendors that we're working with. WSP is here, Sepro Systems is here. We're working with all of these great agencies. And so it's nice to walk around, tell our story, and meet the individuals that will make our vision a reality.
So those of you out there going, American Tungsten, how do I find out more? They have a terrific website. Go to the following website. And Ali, thank you so much. We're looking forward to your next success.
My pleasure.